We shall now look at sample numbers 17, 18, 19, 20 and 21. So let's start with sample number 17. So sample number 17, the first thing we look at is luster again. It has a vitreous luster, non-metallic vitreous luster. And the next thing is we look for its cleavage. Now if you look at this mineral, it has a very cubic shape, meaning all the sides seem to be at 90 degrees to one another. Here's another sample showing you the 90-degree cubic shape. Now if I took a hammer to this, it'll break into little cubes. So, which means that this mineral has a tendency to break into cubes because it has cubic cleavage. That means the crystal lattice is such that the weak planes are along 90-degree orientations. So that is why the mineral, if you look at the broken surface here, has the step-like manner of breakage, and it's 90 degrees, the step. So that's the cleavage plane. So if you look at your flow chart for light-colored non-metallic minerals, you'll first look at, let's look at the hardness. Can you scratch this mineral with a, yes, so it is soft. And will it scratch the glass plate? Not at all. So it is definitely a soft mineral. So you have a soft mineral. Among the soft minerals, you will look at a mineral that has excellent cleavage. So that gives us a bunch of mineral choices. You have calcite, dolomite, barite, gypsum, natrolite, halite, and fluorite and muscovite. So you're going to read the descriptions of each of those and see which one matches this mineral. So I'm going to give you a few more pointers about this mineral so you can find out its name. So the 90-degree cleavage is very, very very important to identify it, a very important feature. The other thing is this mineral tastes salty. So that's a very important clue to identify this mineral. So it breaks into cubes, it has cubic cleavage, it's colorless, but it can also kind of have some other pale colors of yellow, blue, or red. So the color of a mineral is not always the most reliable property. Because if you have a few impurities in the crystal lattice, it can change the color. But the important thing is the properties such as cleavage and streak. So this mineral has no streak. Let's test if it has a streak. Let's use the black streak plate and see if it has a streak. Oh, it has a white streak. Yeah. So on the white streak plate, it has no streak. So it has a white streak. It is cubic cleavage, tastes salty. So what can it be? Now, sample number 18 comes in so many colors. It can be yellow, it can be green, it can be purple. So it comes in many colors. Here's a green one, and here's a purple one. Let's see if it is hard or soft. It can be scratched by a metal nail, so it is soft. This mineral actually has a hardness of 4. It has cleavage. You can see it tends to break, creating these steps. And the kind of cleavage it has is called octahedral cleavage. You can kind of see it here in this sample. Octahedral cleavage is when you have 4 sides on top and 4 sides at the bottom, creating this 8-sided shape. So this is called octahedral cleavage. So this mineral has this shape and comes in all these colors. It is soft. It has a vitreous luster. and excellent cleavage. So find out from the chart what it could be. Now sample number 19 is this one here. This mineral has it definitely has cleavage. Let's see if it is hard or soft. It can be scratched by a nail, so it is soft. So this mineral is soft. It has cleavage. You can see it. You can see the cleavage planes actually. You can see the step-like breakage, and also it's kind of translucent, so you can actually see some of the cleavage planes within. See, especially here, you can see it'll tend to break along these planes. Here you can see that very clearly. Planes. Now, this mineral has this perfect rhombohedral shape. That means it's not the angle between the cleavage planes is not 90 degrees. It is more like 60 degrees, 120 degrees. That is kind of the angle. And it looks like a parallelogram. The side looks like a parallelogram. So this is called a rhomb shape, or a rhombohedral cleavage, or rhombohedron. So that's the shape of this mineral. So it's rhomb shaped. It can also come in different colors, pale colors. Sometimes it's yellow, sometimes it's white, sometimes little other shades of maybe even green. So this mineral, it has one very important characteristic, and that is that it will react with acid. So let's get our acid bottle and drop a drop of acid on it and see what happens. So I'm going to show it to you here. See, can you see the acid reacting, bubbling? So this bubbling is called effervescence. Let me show it to you again on this sample. See? What you see is the gases being released by the mineral when it reacts with the hydrochloric acid. The gases are carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide is coming out of that mineral because this mineral is a carbonate. All carbonates will react with acid and release carbon dioxide. So this is the property of this mineral, that is its distinguishing property, that it reacts with acid. So what are the properties of sample number 19? It has a vitreous non-metallic luster. It has rhombohedral cleavage. And it reacts with acid. Next we have sample number 20. Sample number 20 is opaque and has this very distinctive green color. And this is the color of, like the color of the Statue of Liberty. It's a color of copper, tarnished copper. So this mineral actually has a composition of copper carbonate. So let's see if this mineral will react with acid. Not all samples may, but this one might, because it is also a carbonate. It's a very weak reaction. This green color is what distinguishes this mineral. It's opaque and has this distinctive green color. It is soft. See, it can be easily scratched. So it is soft. It has no cleavage. Cleavage is poor or absent. Let's see. And You can look in your chart and find it. Now let's look at sample number 21. So sample number 21 is this one here. It looks similar to the sample number 19, but there is a difference. The difference is this mineral can be scratched with your fingernail. See, I can scratch it with my fingernail. I cannot scratch number 19 with my fingernail. So number 21 I can scratch with my fingernail. It also has this parallelogram kind of rhomb shape, and we would describe this as blades. It's kind of like flat blades, very soft, softer than the fingernail, and has perfect cleavage. You can see the cleavage. It's transparent, so you can actually see the cleavage planes within it. See? So that's sample number 21.